This is my story of when I travelled to a country to discover its beautiful gastronomy, its fantastic culture. We seek out some of its most famous beauty spots, and we take in its stunning landscape. We hit up the seventh wonder of the world, and we take in the beautiful Red Sea. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me on my trip around the Kingdom of Jordan. So guys, it's a very good morning from me here at our camp in the desert, and unfortunately with a heavy heart we are leaving the desert today. This is our last full day here in the country of Jordan. We've got a taxi booked, and that's going to take us the 2-hour drive up to Petra, the seventh wonder of the world. So today I'm going to be bringing you content from such an amazing and a historical site. So yeah, I guess it's time to pack up, have some breakfast, and then we'll hit the road and head up to Petra. Come on guys. So our journey today to Petra via taxi took us only 1 hour and 45 minutes, and it cost us 45 dinar. I did tip the guy an extra 5 dinar, so that's about £60, which I think is really good value for a 2-hour taxi ride. But yeah, we're going to stop just before we get to Petra and take in these views at this service station. So guys, we've just taken a stop here outside Petra. Petra is just down below me, and we're almost there, just taking a quick break on the drive. We have one of the royal palaces of the Jordanian princes behind me as well. It's about an hour and a half drive from the desert up to Petra today, and I think we're about 15-20 minutes out, so it's nice to get out of the car actually and just stretch our legs for a bit. But we'll be jumping back into the motor, and we'll be heading to our hotel first, where we can check in and drop our bags, and then of course we'll be heading into Petra. Now, kind of done this a bit wrong. We've woken up far too late today, so we didn't actually leave the camp till about 11:30. So we should arrive in Petra about 1 o'clock, and Petra shuts at about 6. So only really got 5 hours to explore, but we'll try and cram in as much as we can. Come on guys. So as we film this royal palace, this is the part where I was stopped by the military.
Okay, why? This is gate.
Yeah.
Outside, not inside.
So what's the problem? It's the royal palace?
No problem, but he's the man, it's not good.
Ah, okay.
That's the man, it's not good. I told him, I call your manager. No, please, please, no, please, no.
But you can't film because it's the palace, royal palace, yeah?
Yes, but this is outside, no problem.
Yes.
Not inside.
Right, I understand.
Yeah. But the man is not good.
Yeah.
He told me I don't speak anything in the future. No, I know his manager.
Yes. So after that commotion, having some footage deleted, we're allowed to go on our way, and we're not too far from the visitors centre. But first we're going to stop at our hotel, because obviously we want to put our bags down. We've got some beautiful aerial shots here of Petra, and we arrive in our hotel. Now this cost us 38 dinar a night, about £45. And well, yeah, it was the smallest room we had. It was fairly modern. It was a nice place to stay. We didn't spend too much time in here, but yeah, just take a look around. It had all the normal amenities you need to survive, I guess. But let's head out, because I think it's time to visit Petra. So guys, we've arrived here at La Maison Hotel, just outside the Petra Visitor Centre, and what an interesting ride that was from Wadi Rum to Petra. Now you may have seen a little bit of commotion that I managed to film. Basically there was a royal palace at that service stop we did. What I didn't realise was I was filming into the royal palace, so the guards, the security, the army came over and they forced me to delete the footage. However, our driver stepped in, and well, he caused a massive argument, called their managers, and well, you'll see a little bit from the clip I've just shown of that. But yeah, after that was all sorted, we got down here to Petra, although we are 2.5 hours later than scheduled, so we've only got about 4.5 hours inside Petra now. So we're in a bit of a rush guys, but come on, let's head down and let's see the ancient city. Now our hotel is just a 5-minute walk from the Petra Visitor Centre, and here you can find loads of shops and supermarkets and loads of places to get souvenirs as well. So it's got everything here. So guys, entrance into Petra was so easy. If you have the Jordan pass, they just print you off a ticket, you show your passport and you're in. And we're in now, so yeah, very limited time. As I say, we've got about 3 to 4 hours inside the ancient city. What we're hoping to see is the Treasury, of course, that's the most famous part, and then the monastery. So let's see how we get on, guys, but I'm really excited for today. So just walking through the ancient lost city, and already I'm absolutely impressed with all the things in the stone, all the irrigation channels for the water, because this place flooded back in the day and it still floods if there are flash floods here in Jordan. So yeah, but the landscape here is absolutely incredible here. So yeah, just taking it all in really. I definitely think if you're thinking about visiting Petra, you really do have to. Come on guys, let's keep exploring. So as we make our way down towards the Treasury, we have to go through the Sick. Now this is a road that is very narrow and runs through a valley here, through these mountains. It's sort of a canyon road. Absolutely stunning to walk along, and it's incredible to think that thousands of years ago this was a street for normal people and there were inhabitants just living all over this city. But yeah, let's have a look at those fantastic rock formations, and Petra really is stunning. So there is something interesting to see here at every twist and turn. Let's talk about the weather right now. I think it's about 18 degrees now. I'm wearing a jacket, but I do highly regret it. It is quite warm, and knowing that we haven't even covered a quarter of the distance that we need to see the main things here in Petra. But come on guys, that doesn't matter. Let's keep enjoying this beautiful walk. So it takes about half an hour to 45 minutes to walk from the visitors centre and to reach the Treasury. And yeah, it's absolutely amazing that you have to pass this stunning street. Although at every turn you think you've almost made it and you're there, but unfortunately there's still a bit more to go. So let's talk about the entrance price to get into Petra. Now, if you haven't got the Jordan pass, the cost is 50 dinar for a tourist and 1 dinar for a local. So just to give you an idea, in Western currencies, 50 dinar is about $70 US or about £60 sterling. So yeah, we bought the Jordan pass, and that included our visa, our entrance to Petra, and 97 other entrances across the country. So it was definitely worth it. It can turn out really expensive if you're buying the attractions individually. So I guess that's my top tip here. when coming to Jordan and visiting Petra. But come on guys, I think we're almost at the Treasury. So we've been very lucky with the weather this week, and on the whole trip in fact we only saw a couple of spots of rain in the capital Amman, and today is the best temperature to explore Petra. 18 degrees, you're not too hot, you're not too cold. You can imagine in a month or two's time the mercury will reach 30 odd degrees here. So what we can see behind us is the Treasury. This is what Petra is most recognised by. This is one of the most famous sites. It featured in the Indiana Jones movies, and yeah, when anyone thinks of Jordan, they think of Petra, they think of this building here. The Treasury now is so lucky because there are hardly any tourists about. There must be about 100 tourists in the park today. And well, yeah, let's go take a closer look at this because I am really excited. Come on. So let's take a look at the square in front of the Treasury. Now this is normally packed with tourists. However, due to the political instabilities in the region, there's only a couple of tourists there, and it's so rare to see the place so quiet. But here we are, let's look at that famous building, the seventh wonder of the world here, Petra. And we can see there's only one camel rider about in the main square here. You can see people taking regular trips and getting their photos taken in front of the Treasury. So yeah, what a fantastic experience to have this beautiful landmark all to ourselves, more or less. We can see the stunning architecture that has been preserved for almost 2,000 years. It's absolutely incredible. So there we are, we've seen it, the famous Treasury. Really impressive, guys. It actually came out so well on camera. But what we're going to do now is we're going to head down towards the monastery, and there might be some interesting stuff that we're going to see along the way, guys. So yeah, just hang tight, enjoy the ride, or the walk rather, and yeah, let's just keep our exploring this beautiful ancient city. Come on, guys. So right around the corner from the Treasury is the Street of Facades. So let's take a look, or take a walk down the street rather, and there's loads of interesting buildings which we are allowed to access. We can see tourists going in and out, and of course we're going to stick our head in and have a look at what's inside. Absolutely incredible to think that this place was inhabited and this place was lost for so long. It was only rediscovered about 100 to 150 years ago. So yeah, let's make our way inside. I'm sure a few tourist touts do sleep in here in the summer months, and they were still floating about even though it's such a quiet time to visit Jordan. And as I said before previously, it's absolutely fantastic to get this place to yourself. This place normally has 10,000 visitors passing through it each day, and it's working out that there's only about 100 visitors per day at the moment visiting Petra. So yeah, really interesting stats there. But let's make our way out of this ancient building and let's rejoin the street of facades as we see what else we can find as we walk to the monastery. So yeah, this hike is expecting to take a couple of hours, but we've still got a fair amount of sunlight. They do say do not be in Petra after sunset, just because there is no lighting. It can be very dangerous if you can't see where you're going. But let's stick our heads into this little building here. I'm not too sure what it was. It could have been a house, it could have been a shop back in the day, who knows. But what I can tell you is it's been preserved in absolute pristine condition here as we take in this fantastic location. We did see film crews filming here, so I guess it's a fantastic time for you to come and film if there's not too many tourists in your way. So let's make our way down towards the amphitheatre, but I just want to capture some of these fantastic houses built into the rock, and I can imagine they kept people quite cool in the blistering summer sun. But yeah, what a sight to see indeed. So when I first read up about Petra, I always thought it was just the Treasury and the monastery, but on every twist and turn there is a ancient house or an ancient palace or an ancient building to see. The history in this city is absolutely incredible. I totally underestimated how cool this place would be, but yeah, absolutely fantastic, guys. Absolutely loving it. Yeah, what a way to spend our last day in Jordan. So this is an absolutely incredible location we have arrived at, and this is the amphitheatre. Now can you imagine coming to watch a show here 2,000 years ago? I wonder what shows it would have been. Would it have been a gladiator type show? Would a man been fighting a bull or a lion, or who knows? But this place is just steeped in history. As we take a look around, and I'm just absolutely blown away by everything here in Petra. So yeah, if you're planning on visiting Petra, it's definitely a place you want to check out. There's a bit of information, and that main theatre dates back to the year 25. Now think about it, we're in 2025. That theatre was built in the year 25. Absolutely incredible. But here we are, we've got some beautiful shots here of the royal tombs. Now we only have about 3.5 hours left here in Petra, so time's very limited, so some parts we will have to skip. So we're just pushing on for the monastery. It's an absolutely incredible walk. We've just gone past the royal tombs and the ancient theatre. So yeah, there's a lot of security and police just behind me. I don't know if there's a VIP visitor to Petra, but we could see military lining the posts on the top of the mountains here. So we'll keep our eyes out if we see someone important. But yeah, let's head down or up, because I think there's an upward incline to the monastery, guys. And what a beautiful day it is here in Petra. So I guess you can see why the street gets the name the Column Street. And look at all those ancient columns there that probably held up a rather impressive building. Absolutely fantastic to see. You definitely feel like you're stepping back in time here in Petra. And as I say, just look around, hardly a soul in sight. Beautiful weather there, just a couple of dotted clouds about, but that's not really making a difference. I am starting to get a bit hot. There is a lot of walking involved here in Petra, and the walk up to the monastery alone is about 8 kilometers. So yeah, we haven't started the hardest part to the monastery, and that is the climb up. So we're going to make our way up to the monastery now. We've got about an hour and a half before the sun sets, and if we can get up there while the sun is setting, well, we're going to be in for a real treat, guys. So yeah, let's see if we can beat time and get the perfect photo opportunity. Come on, guys. So here we are. The walk up to the monastery is mainly by ancient staircase, so you've got to have really sturdy legs to do this hike. So guys, I think I've underestimated this hike just a little bit. It is a 2-kilometer uphill walk, and it's actually stairs as well. So as a smoker, my lungs are not handling it very well. But yeah, in the older edits, I'm going to have to tape over or take out me huffing and puffing in the background, but I'm determined, so let's continue, guys, and let's keep heading up to the monastery. So guys, as we climb the final staircases here, I'm quite relieved and hoping to see the monastery soon. The time's about 5 o'clock and the sun is due to set about 6:30, so time isn't really on our side. But one cool thing you can see here when you climb the staircase and when you hike to the monastery is on either side there are quite a few little shops and traders here, so you can pick up some really interesting souvenirs. So here we are as we come to the end of our 2-kilometer upward incline. I think I can see the monastery ahead of us, and I've got to say, absolutely exhausting. It's amazing to see all these market stalls set up here just to catch the tourists when it's peak tourist season, but unfortunately there's not too many tourists, as we said before. Yeah, due to the conflicts next door, I think people have been put off from visiting the Middle East. But come on guys, let's go and take a closer look at what we've all come to see, the monastery. And there we are, guys, we have made it to the monastery, and wow, I definitely feel a sense of accomplishment. That was such a long and strenuous hike, and the joke is we have to get back out of here. Now, we're not going to be able to do that before sunset, but while we've still got beautiful light, I do want to show you guys this absolutely incredible building. And of course, due to the lack of tourists, there's absolutely nobody here when we arrive, so we have the monastery all to ourselves. You can see the graffiti on the walls there. Who knows how long that dates back from, but yeah, look at that, guys. Absolutely stunning to see as the sun is just about to set. As we pan over the mountains, we can see in the distance southern Palestine, and yeah, we can see the sun hitting the rock here as the sun starts to set on the fantastic monastery. And wow, what a place to visit. Absolutely incredible, and you can see why this is one of the 7th wonders of the world. But yeah, let's take this beautiful shot in one last time. So as the sun sets here over Petra, my biggest bit of advice to travellers coming here is make sure you do get out of the park before the sun sets. Do not get scammed or do not listen to anyone riding on a donkey, because they may try and send you on a shortcut that leaves you in the middle of the desert. Now, I'm not saying there's a story behind this, although there might be, but what I'm saying is when visiting Petra, come out the way you came in and make sure you do it before sunset. But as we take a look at those beautiful mountains as the sun is setting, this is our last sunset we are going to see here in Jordan, and I'm just reminiscing about all the fantastic places we have visited, and we have seen all the fantastic foods we have tried as well. But yeah, if you see this geezer knocking about with a donkey, give him a swerve and do not trust his shortcuts. And I'll leave it on that note. So guys, there we are. We've made it to the world famous monastery here in the city of Petra, and what a climb that was. But how rewarding is it? We've got beautiful views of the ancient city of Petra behind me. We're overlooking southern Palestine in front of us, and yeah, just an absolutely unique place to visit. If this is on your bucket list, then yeah, you definitely have to come, guys. But I think that's it from me here in Petra. Thank you for watching as always, guys, and I hope to see you all on the next adventure.